on the albums that you make now, as compared to say your early days, technology has kind of evolved, obviously. Is it a lot easier for you to create these productions, like they actually record and create this music, or do you still find it just as challenging
No, it's
as
so
you
much
did
easier.
as you did back then?
So much easier. It's easier because I have more control. I mean, with the technology today, you have everything, and
Hmm.
so when I have idea, I just write down drums, bass, guitars, whatever, everything. So it's my way of work. If I compose a song by myself, I write everything: drums, bass, guitar, vocal lines, harmonies,
Yeah.
orchestration. And if Robbie comes in and gives me some guitars, I do the same thing. I always create parts for every instrument. That, of course, at the end, the real musician will play in a better way, of course,
Yeah.
and yeah, this gives me it gives the composer a clear vision of what could be the final result. It sounds already like a production. A demo would sound like a production already. So yeah, on one side it's easier, but of course there are magic moments that you may miss when you are alone. You're just by yourself and you create the magic just within yourself, not sharing anything with someone else, unless you compose it really physically with someone else. So it depends, but of course technology is a big help.
I know in the last time we talked, I know we talked about you had talked about how difficult it was to re-record on legendary years to re-record some of those
Yeah.
songs. Uh, did you find it more difficult to do that than creating new stuff?
Yeah.
With the technology
Well, I
evolving?
think what this is what I told you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know why. It's just because we wanted to do the songs, the re-recordings, very and be faithful to the original.
Yeah.
We didn't want to add or to take away things. We just wanted to respect the original songs exactly with the same parts, just with brand new sounds and with a brand new singer. So it was, yeah, in a way, it felt more like harder to do than work on new songs because you have the responsibility that you want to make the re-recording sounds right.
Right. Yeah.
And
Especially if you want to duplicate the same feel. I think it's a little different to have to go and say, "Hey, I have to like recreate, the same feel the original version of Emerald Sword did, for
no, but
example."
you cannot do that.
Yeah.
It's of course it would sound more modern, more fresh with a new singer. It's really a different thing, but
Right.
I think I'm convinced it was a great way to present Giacomo as a new singer. It was a nice way because anyway we were going to play those songs on stage as well, so
Hmm.
it was like uh, a good thing, a good step to start with.
Yeah, he's a really good singer. And how did you end up meeting him and getting him into the band?
Well, I saw him on TV because he was participating to a program in it was I don't remember. It was anyway a very good channel in Italy, and it's one of the mainstreams. And the program was The Voice of Italy, like The Voice. I mean,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
so there were some participants, and I was just changing channels, and occasionally I saw this guy singing Led Zeppelin, and I said, what is this on a national TV channel?" And I listened. I saw a few episodes, and I like the voice. I like the approach, and I thought, you know what? I want to know this. I want to meet him. I want to know this guy, and I invited him in the studio when we were recording Into the Legend because one of the things I always search for good choirs, and it's very difficult to find people that really sing very well on point. Very stay focused all the time. And I wanted to
Yeah.
try with him, and I asked him if he knew good singers, and he was actually teaching to other people. So he brought in a lot of his friends, and we create nice choirs. And that's the first time we worked together, basically for just for choirs. And then at the time when the Fabio left, I really thought about him, and we invited him in Trieste and to sing some songs, and We
Right.
we we like the idea immediately. We said this is the right person to try to do a new, start from zero and go on with a new lineup, and it worked. And everybody were amazed. FM Records was amazed as well, because they said, my God, maybe this band is over, because when you change singer, many bands, they're gone. And of course, still today remains the aficionados and the people that would like more the past version of the band. But still, after some work and dedication, it's almost 10 years, or it's over 10 years now that
Yeah.
we are with the same lineup, and we prove that we are genuine. We
Sure.
like what we do, and when we go on stage, we just kick and have fun, enjoy, and bring the audience closer. And it's a good feeling, good energy.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you change members in a band, let's say there's a key member not involved again, many times people will, before they hear
Yeah,
any music. I just talked about this with in a previous interview I just did with somebody, where people will just want to write the band off without hearing anything,
I know.
and that's
It,
always a battle.
it happens to me when the band loses the singer, for example. It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, just an example in rock, when David Lee Roth went away from Van Halen. Well, at the time, I didn't even know. I just met a new Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. Then I discovered there was another singer before.
Yeah.
But yeah, when the band that you like, they lose a co-founder, a co-composer, or a singer, it's always like you get, oh fuck, I don't want to know anything. I don't want to get involved. And
Right.
I understand that, but we are still young and we still want to do music. It's what we love to do, so we didn't care about this. So you cannot listen to what other people think. We love the music, and Robbie De Micheli was there since the very beginning with myself and Luca Turilli. They were schoolmates. We were playing together already. So Robbie was not stranger at all to the reality of this band.
Right.
And I called him up and we sit down, we discuss, we just rediscover how we could really resume our friendships after so many years. And it was incredible. Still today, one of the best friends, is a big help. Also inside the band, is a fantastic communicator. Unluckily, he doesn't speak fluent English, but he's really, now we are all Italian, so there is an extra gear to our communication skills in
Sure.
with him.